Alright, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth, the sisters, the believers, the helps, shalom. This is the brother Irawam from GMS Jamaica camp, and just want to do a short lesson upon or basically exhortation to brothers, that when praying, we need to keep the brotherhood in mind, right? We need to think. Sometimes we get so caught up in the fact that we are going off, right? Our spirit is not right. We pray and we are fast and we hope that we're begging that mercy from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but sometimes we get so caught up in ourselves, so to speak, that we forgot, or we forget to pray for brothers, right? Just as how you have anguish in your spirit based on the things that are your afflictions, whether it won't be you going off, or you're the battle of the mind, the or the hand of the Lord is on you, or Satan basically a fuck around, excuse my French, but whatever it is, car trouble, money trouble, women trouble, you not staying in the spirit, you not doing enough lessons, you get on yourself, and you know what it feel like, you have that burden, and you always pray and beg the Lord for guide you through and help you to overcome. But as I say, sometimes you forget that because you all go through it, like remember that other brothers going through it, right? You we have, you have in I guess in every camp, right? We have particular brothers where seem to always going off, like you have a sibling that are just always in some trouble, always in hot water. It don't necessarily mean that brother is wicked, or those brothers are wicked, whosoever them be, brothers know what I'm talking about. But you always pray for them, and hope that they overcome. But what about the brothers that is not necessarily that they are perfect, but you just don't see them going off, right? They know what they are doing. They are judging themselves. They are praying. They are fasting. They might not say much, or maybe them do say it to a brother, but them might throw them business like that. But mean that them now go through something. Mean that them now feeling the pressure, right? And you can even see it with we even watch brothers video, right? So like if this is a bit long winded, but I have the precept to go through, but just trying to convey the message as best as possible through the spirit, right? We have the brothers doing video. We might have a particular brother we always watch, and not he might say here and there, say, yeah, sometime he go for himself first and foremost or whatever, and he might just take it light because him not necessarily say exactly whatever him do, right? Him not say what him do off camera. He might not say, oh look, my battle with my mind, or me feel like, or this part me do this particular wicked thing, I'm wonder if the Lord I got jack me up feet, or they might not come out and say it like that, right? Or might say what the issue is. But best believe that just like how you feel when you are going through whatever plague and trial and affliction you are going through, it's the same thing, right? How much even more so, even the apostles, like sometimes probably even younger brothers, but sometimes it's like men you watch, or even me just coming in truth, I also fell victim of this thing, for even like sometimes you forget that the apostles are men, right? Where you see them on fire, you see them constantly throwing up the videos, you see them constantly doing the work, right? But not because it's like you forgot that them go off as well, right? Them have certain thoughts as well. Them have the battle as well, right? I remember sometimes you hear them say, "Yo, we all have wicked thoughts. We all go off." You hear Apostle Rakah. That's something I'm always said. even Apostle Gabara, all the apostles them say it at some point in time in the video, but sometimes them say it and it's like it fly over your head or it just go through one ear and come to your neck and you say, oh, like, really? The apostles, but look how them a go hard. But not because them not push it to the forefront, not because them come and say, oh, me this, me do that, or me I go through this, or me I go through that, because them a put that on camera. You know, mean that you're not supposed to pray for the apostles. You know, mean that you're not supposed to. The bold point of it is, not because brothers now come out and say them a go through things. That means say you feel be absorbing away you are go through and forget to pray for the brotherhood, yo. Hey, remember one time, couple time in the past, me Apostle Rhyme about even Apostle Gabar said a time that sometimes them wonder if them gonna make it or them wonder if them are men of the Lord, and I was like, whoa, right? Because that the anguish and the pain, right, and the trial it goes for all of us, right? Don't be so self-absorbed in whatever you going through that you forgot for pray for a brother. You look on brother. Oh no, the brother good man. You see, the brother now go off that much and area. We know everyone not perfect, but just like how you feel isolated at times or how you feel in your head, everybody feel it, yo. And just as how you don't want the strength to overcome, you also have to pray for brothers to overcome as well. Now the first we're gonna read a couple precepts, right? Even this from even the Apostle Paul, right? This is Philippians 1 verse 9. It says, and this I pray, that your love may abound yet more and more in knowledge and in all judgment, right? How many times you feel like a probably love towards a brother would not good, or probably me need you have certain things that we need to grow up on in the knowledge, right? We need to judge situation better. Just as how you have that in your mind. The same thing, right? The Apostle Paul he prayed for the church in Philippi, right? Now, this is Colossians 1 verse 9. It says, for this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding. Right? Yeah, so Paul was praying for brothers. He was praying for the church. Right? This is Philippians 1 verse 5, chapter 5 verse 25. Brethren, pray for us. So Paul even asks the church of Thessalonica for pray for him, right? Or pray for them, whosoever the company was, right? Verse 2 Thessalonians 1 and 11. Wherefore we pray always for you, that our God would count you worthy of this calling and fulfill all the good pleasure of his goodness and the work of faith with power, right? See it again. It says, finally, brethren, pray for us, that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified even as it is in you. Right? So you see that many a times Paul asks for prayer. He said, pray for us, for we trust we have a good conscience in all things, willing to live honestly. Right? So hey, we have to keep the brotherhood in mind in regards to praying. Right? This is James 5 verse 16. It says, confess your faults one to another and pray for one another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Right? So there you have it. Right? So, we confess one and we're supposed to pray for each other. Right? No more than ever, because what? You have the trial and the tribulation, the devil going about. Right? This is 1 Corinthians 10, starting at verse 12. Well, verse 13 it says, there are no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. Right? But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Right? So just as how this precept applies to you, it applies to the apostles and elders. It applies to brothers, whether in your camp or out of your camp, yo. Once you walk this truth in all sincerity, right? Once you're on this path, once you're on this straight path, the position of difficulty, hey, everybody will go through something, yo. Everybody I go through it, and them I go through it on their level, right? Whatever it is, right? One man's feather is the next man's burden, yo. So what you might find easy and might go through, our next brother will struggle with the same issue hard as hell, and where our next brother go through easy, that way you a fault upon constantly. I wonder how is it me I get over this, yo. But the praying helps, right? Prayer definitely helps, right? So it's a way two are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them, yo. So imagine two or more persons praying. Hey, you watch some of these quote unquote supernatural movies, yo. And whenever something great needs to be done, you see them line up in them coven or whatever, and um, the stronger the multitude, and them do them chants or whatever, whatever spell or whatever they might do always work out. So how much more upon the right hand side when righteous men pray in unison, you know? You think that the Lord that I got channel a certain spirit or a certain frequency, you think that now go make the Lord hear you and fulfill whatever is being requested. See that it's being done through sincerity and truth, and see it's basically more than one person that asking you. Think about it, right? Just as how them on the left hand side I get up and I do them things, the same thing we supposed to do on the left hand side to our power, right? And hence one of the reasons why we need not forsake the assembling of ourselves, right? Now this is First Peter 5 verse verse 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in faith, knowing that the afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world." Right? But the grace of God who had called us unto his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushai, after that he had suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Right? And that is what we're supposed to pray for, the Lord. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakak Wadash. Strengthen the brotherhood, yo. Strengthen each and every brother going forward, especially seeing that the Passover is coming up, right? Pray for the strength of the brotherhood, both as a unit and both as brothers individually. Because brothers being strong individually and then coming together as a unit, that builds the strength, right? Right? Sometimes we need to get out of that mindset like, oh, I'm me alone, I go through this, oh, my spirit this, and yeah, we understand that everybody have them faith, but hey, doesn't it's in Philippians that we're supposed to look to the benefit of each other, roughly paraphrasing, right? Each man should look to the things of another. That includes prayer, yo. That includes prayer, right? And it's something that I think that I've fallen victim of, right? And you know, sometimes it happens where we get caught up in ourselves, right? And it's all praying for brothers is also a show of brotherly love as well, right? So hey, hope this was I think I had one more precept, but let me just check first. But I hope this is edifying. I hope this is making sense to brothers, right? This is First Peter 4 verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fire trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. And that this is also a trial as well, yo, to see whether or not you're selfish, right? Just to see if even when you are go through your things or your trials, if it's possible for you put your things aside and think about a brother in the midst of you going through things. You taking the time out or the sacrifice and ignoring your pain and your suffering just to ensure that another brother is good. Right? Just as how Yahushua, when he went on the cross, he knew that he had to suffer. But the fact that he was thinking about the will of his father Yahweh, and understanding what his purpose was, what he did was he basically, you can say, ignored the suffering, or not ignore, but went through the suffering for the nation, right? He actually set aside whatever thoughts about the anguish or whatever. Basically, it's just suck it up and be like, all right, fine, I'll just do it. But one of the main thing that was in his mind is the fact that it was to the purpose, or it was the concern of the nation on a whole. And that's how we have to be. Sometimes we have to be selfless and put aside our thoughts, and our problems and our trials, just to ensure that, our brother is good. So don't want to basically beat a dead horse. Hope this is edifying. Hope brothers are understanding what I'm saying. Hope that through the spirit, the message was sent. Once more, once all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.